Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Faruk Taban. I'm the president of Turkic American Alliance. So we are going to start pretty soon. Our ambassador is here. And this is our new headquarters. We just opened on May 11th, a while ago. And our ambassador was here for the ribbon cutting ceremony. So we're really honored. So I'm going to introduce him here shortly, then I'm going to go through the program a little bit. Then after his talk, we have a Q&A session also. I hope you enjoyed the homemade Turkish food, I believe. And we have also rooftop there. Okay, dear distinguished guests, welcome to our ambassadorial talk series. We are honored to have His Excellency Ambassador of Turkey, Mr. Namik with us, and also delighted to start this series with Mr. Ambassador here. And as I said, I also would like to welcome you to our new headquarters here. And also Mr. Ambassador was here to honor us that time. That was our privilege to have him here. And before inviting the ambassador here, I'd like to go over his bio really shortly because he has a really long credentials. Ambassador Mr. Namik was appointed as Ambassador of Turkey to the United States in February 2010. Prior to this appointment, Ambassador Tan was Deputy Undersecretary of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, responsible for bilateral political affairs and public diplomacy. He was previously Ambassador of Turkey to Israel from 2007 to 2009. Ambassador Tan joined the Turkish Ministry of Foreign Affairs in 1982. After working in the Department of Maritime Affairs, he was posted to Moscow as Second Secretary from 1984 to 1987. He then spent 2 years as First Secretary in Abu Dhabi. After returning to Turkey, Mr. Tan served as the Deputy Chief of Cabinet to the Turkish President till 1991. He was later assigned to the Turkish Embassy in Washington, D.C., where he served as Counselor from 1991 to 95, and First Counselor from 1997 to 2001. Between these assignments, Mr. Tan served as Chief of Cabinet to the Turkish Foreign Minister. Upon his return to Turkey in 2001, he first served as Head of the Department for America and was subsequently named Head of the Information Department in 2002. He went on to serve as the spokesman for the Minister of Foreign Affairs from 2004 to 2007. Born in 1986, Ambassador Tan holds a law degree from Ankara University. Ambassador Tan and Mrs. Figen Tan have 2 children. Please join me welcoming Mr. Ambassador Tan.
Hello, everybody. The worst thing about the CVs, the dates, the years, when you hear about those dates, which belong to several years ago, then obviously your age is revealed. So I don't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear guests, I'm delighted to be with you today. It is a distinct pleasure to address this distinguished audience. This occasion is particularly important and meaningful to me. Having served almost 10 years in the US, 10 long years, I proudly observe increasing contributions of Turkish American community in all aspects of American life. The Turkic-American Alliance is an impressive example of the institutionalized presence Turkish American community has achieved in recent years. Let me also thank my dear friend Faruk Taban, the president of the Turkic American Alliance, for inviting me to speak here. I joined the opening ceremony of this new headquarters of TAA last month, and I must underline that TAA and Faruk Taban have accomplished a lot in a very short time. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, today I will offer a perspective on the salient features of current Turkish foreign policy. Recently, observers of Turkish foreign policy talk about Turkey's rising interest in its region and beyond. As a matter of fact, Turkey has never been disengaged from the East or its immediate neighborhood. What has changed and what gives the impression of Turkey's rising role is in fact the increase in Turkey's need and ability to influence the developments in and beyond its region. In other words, while some factors warrant our involvement in peaceful resolution or prevention of conflicts, some others enable Turkey to further its soft power. There are a number of reasons for rise of Turkey's requisite and posture of influence developments in its vicinity. First of all, when assessing Turkey's policies, one has to bear in mind that we live in one of the most turbulent areas of the world. Most of the potential and actual threats against the Western world's security emanate from Turkey's neighborhood. As such, whatever happens around us has a direct and usually immediate bearing on Turkey's political, economic, and social well-being. Our recent history is fraught with the adverse impacts of turbulence and instability in our region. That proximity has an enormous influence on our need to pursue policies to ensure stability and peace in our region. We cannot remain as an idle bystander or as those latent conflicts escalate into manifest ones. The most recent example is, of course, the developments in the Middle East. No doubt that the changes in the Arab world have raised high hopes across the globe. This is notably so in the Islamic world. However, they have also raised many valid questions regarding the future. Turkey's vision towards our region has been consistent for years. As early as 2003, Turkish President Abdullah Gül, in his former capacity as foreign minister, called on the leaders of Organization of Islamic Conference member states in Tehran to put their houses in order as a matter of utmost priority. In that meeting, he stressed the importance of democratic principles, respect for fundamental rights and freedoms, the rule of law, good governance, transparency, and accountability. This vision envisages the strengthening of democratic rights and freedoms in the Middle East and beyond. It is not driven by self-interest or a desire to expand our domain of influence. Our main guiding principle has consistently been universal values. That's why, although the first tide of events in Tunisia and in Egypt caught many by surprise, Turkey did not hesitate to deliver a clear message at an earlier stage. We called upon the leaders of these countries to meet the demands of their people. Turkey's position regarding Libya has also been unambiguous. While we have upheld the independence, unity, and territorial integrity of Libya, we stress that the use of violence against civilians is unacceptable. Our leaders made clear calls to the Libyan leader to meet demands of his people. Prime Minister Erdogan urged Colonel Gaddafi to leave and pave the way for a peaceful transition in Libya. Our message to Syrian government was no different. We stressed the need for equality, freedom, justice, and democracy, and that these are inalienable, legitimate rights for everyone. To postpone, delay, or worse, to ignore them are dead ends. It is one thing for a family member or a neighbor give a tough but necessary advice to someone. Turkey is a member of the family and most certainly a neighbor for Arabs. As we witness the turning of an important page in the history of Middle East, a heavy responsibility rests on our shoulders. And as a member of the family, we would do our utmost to live up to the challenge. Thus, Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, will never let tyranny to prevail over democracy and freedom. The second main factor that shapes our active involvement in our neighboring regions is the growing Turkish economy. Turkey is the 16th largest economy in the world and 6th largest in Europe. Turkish economy has expanded during the past 7 years over 5% average growth rate. It has the highest economic growth rate among OECD countries. On a global comparison, it is second only after China. Turkey attracted some 20 billion foreign direct investment on annual average over the last 10 years. Turkey is the sole OECD member that did not have to intervene in the financial sector during the global economic downturn.